Sports fans, welcome to the Oklahoma Sports Report. I'm Rick Heath, with me Mark Rogers. And Mark, we are at the Trails Golf Club, a beautiful golf course here in Norman, Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's hard not to be right out on the course. Want to get out there and, and play some.
Go hit some balls and go play some over here. I mean, it looks beautiful, the green grass and all that with the spring. And a lot of things happening. Speaking of spring, the Thunder and NBA playoffs. You got OU, OSU softball and baseball, the thing, and then PGA. I mean, you can't be at a golf course and not think golf and PGA. So got a lot of things to talk about today. Let's start out with, though, the Thunder. The Thunder are doing well in the playoffs, and it looks like they might have a good chance to advance to the second round.
Well, I hope so. They're playing great defense. They're playing the defense that they did in the beginning of the season that allowed them to get the big lead in the Western Conference. So Memphis is not quite a complete team. They've had some injuries, and there's a reason why they finished where they did in the standings. And so Oklahoma City's taking full advantage of that and making it real difficult for them to score.
And we'll talk about that in a little bit more. But OU softball has a big series coming up against number 2 Texas, number 4 Oklahoma, and then OU baseball goes to Georgia. So a lot of things happening this week here in Oklahoma in the sports scene, and looking forward to having that evolve and being able to follow that. Hey, we are at the Trails Golf Club here in Norman. If you'd like to know more about it, give Zane Alexander a call, 364-3791. 90, excuse me, I butchered that pretty good. But Zane Alexander here at the Trails is the membership director, and he'll give you all the information.
Give him a call at the number below.
We'll have it down below there. That'll take care of that instead of depending on my bad memory. Anyway, we'll be right back with more on the Oklahoma Sports Report.
Experience the Trails Golf Club, Norman's premier private club. Play our beautiful 18-hole championship course with practice facilities, Bermuda fairways, and well-maintained bent grass putting surfaces. Our members enjoy social events and activities for the whole family, including active men's and women's golf associations and junior golf programs. Shop major brands like Titleist, Ping, Callaway, and FootJoy in our pro shop. Become a member of Norman's best golf club today. The Trails, where members become family.
Reveal the skin you've always wanted with Morpheus 8 at the new Laser Light. Combining the power of microneedling and radio frequency, Morpheus 8 stimulates collagen production to tighten, smooth, and contour your skin. It's a non-surgical solution for scars, wrinkles, and other blemishes, perfect for your face, neck, and body. Experience youthful, radiant skin with minimal downtime. Schedule your consultation today at the new Laser Light and discover a new you with Morpheus 8.
You are the most beautiful creation under the sun. Daily Informations. You are going to make Table 14 so happy. And you are being taken away. All right. At Neighborhood Jam, you deserve breakfast as beautiful as you. So start the day right with scratch-made favorites, morning or midday, every day. Treat yourself to Neighborhood Jam. You're gonna taste just as good tomorrow.
T&W Tire, 40 years in the business. It's family owned, and they've got spots in Oklahoma City. They've got spots all over the Southwest and southern part of the United States. And it's more than just tires. T&W Tire can service your fleets. They can also service your personal car. If your check engine light is on, you can roll in there. They're happy to do oil changes for you. So whether you have a big company or just your personal vehicle, find that T&W Tire sign someplace, and you'll know you get great customer service.
And welcome back, Oklahoma Sports Report here at the Trails Golf Course. And joining us now, head pro and general manager of the Trails, Alan Hager. Alan, thank you so much for hosting us today.
Thank you, Rick. Appreciate you being out.
Well, it looks like the course is greening up nicely here with the spring weather and the rains and the warm.
Yeah, that rain was, we always take rain, but we got the amount we just got, the 3 inches, and it was just the right amount, and could almost watch it green up after that.
Well, yeah, you could almost hear it on those warm days.
Yeah.
You could hear the grass just go,
Yeah.
you know, and all the ponds are filling up. You can see the ponds back here, so your water resources are doing well, and greens are coming along well.
Yeah.
So it should be an exciting spring and summer here at the trails.
It is. We've got a lot going on. We've got, of course, our 3 junior camps. We're and then we're currently in after-school golf for our members and junior golf, and then we've got fall junior golf after school, as well as a couple of new programs we're starting. It's called Operation 36, which is a player development for every golfer, juniors, ladies, and men's, in a instruction with PGA golf professionals of 6-to-1 ratio. So our members are really, we're almost full, so it's been exciting to start.
Let me at this point get a shout out to Zane Alexander, membership and marketing director here.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in the trails, give Zane a call, and he can set up a tour,
Absolutely.
a member for a day kind of thing, and bring him out here. And Zane's good about getting communication with new members and stuff. So we've got to give him a shout out.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned the 36. What is that again?
Operation 36. So it is we start at 25 yards, and we have practices with that, but when you shoot 36 on 9 holes from 25 yards, you get to graduate back. So you can see how it would really develop you as a golfer into scoring.
Well, that would take me about 3 years to graduate back to about 50, but
see,
I like
all
the
you can
idea.
do all this in 8 weeks. It's an 8-week program, so hour of instruction weekly, and then 4 testing events. So we're really excited about it.
Well, that sounds interesting. So
it
kind of gives you an idea what you need to do from 25 yards out,
Right.
and how to score,
Right.
and then move it back to.
Everything is on an app. The student will have an app.
Okay.
They'll know exactly what to practice between the weeks, and we'll have games and skill challenges during our practices. It's really a cool program. We've Peyton Rowland, my assistant, and I finished the training on it in March, and we launched it. And like I said, I just got an email before I came up here. Got 1 spot left for ladies. So
Well, that sounds like a very interesting way to improve. Yeah, because from 110 in is a lot of times that's the bugaboo for golfers, and if you're practicing that to accomplish that ought to improve your golf game.
absolutely.
Or
So-
a good drive, a friend of mine used to say a good drive should lead to lower scores, but it doesn't always.
They all complement each other. You got, there is a game beyond that, but it gets the player back. I think a big myth in golf is, I don't have time to play. I got to play from the tee box. It's too long. Well, move up. I mean, that's advantages of membership at a private club. As you know, go start wherever you want to start. If you want to start at 200.
Yeah.
Go play from there. You don't have, that play right behind you waiting on you on a lot of days or evenings. Families will come out, bring the kiddos or husband and wife, or just, one or the other, and they'll go out and start, on different holes. We can see where carts are at on our GPS on the carts. So, and go, practice and play on the course to get better.
Well, and that's one of the advantages of being out here at the trails is that you have the ability to come out and play and practice whenever you want. You don't,
Right.
On busy days, of course, you need tee times and all that, but on afternoons and things like that, late in the evening, and
Sure.
with the, daylight savings time, it stays light until 7:30, 8 o'clock, so you can come out and play a few holes even after work.
Absolutely.
Or practice.
It happens daily, before soccer practice, after, but whatever. Really, the time of year, whatever sport is going on with the kiddos, or even just in the summer, that extended daylight is, take advantage of it.
Well, I look forward to learning more about the 36
Operation 36. Yeah.
Operation 36, and find out about that, because that's something I need to improve on also. So everything's going on. It's growing into spring and summer here at the Trails.
Absolutely.
And it's looking good.
We always get anxious this time of year. My yard's not where green as I'd like it to be. Golf course is never as green as it. So,
but it's going to be there. It'll be there
oh
soon.
yeah,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much. I
Thank you, Rick.
appreciate it.
Appreciate
All
it.
right, Alan Hager, professional here at the Trails.
Reveal the skin you've always wanted with Morpheus 8 at the new Laser Light. Combining the power of microneedling and radio frequency, Morpheus 8 stimulates collagen production to tighten, smooth, and contour your skin. It's a non-surgical solution for scars, wrinkles, and other blemishes, perfect for your face, neck, and body. Experience youthful, radiant skin with minimal downtime. Schedule your consultation today at the new Laser Light and discover a new you with Morpheus 8.
You are the most beautiful creation under the sun. Daily Gemformations. You are going to make Table 14 so happy. And you are being taken away. All right. At Neighborhood Jam, you deserve breakfast as beautiful as you. So start the day right with scratch-made favorites, morning or midday, every day. Treat yourself to Neighborhood Jam. You're gonna taste just as good tomorrow.
Experience the Trails Golf Club, Norman's premier private club. Play our beautiful 18-hole championship course with practice facilities, Bermuda fairways, and well-maintained bent grass putting surfaces. Our members enjoy social events and activities for the whole family, including active men's and women's golf associations and junior golf programs. Shop major brands like Titleist, Ping, Callaway, and FootJoy in our pro shop. Become a member of Norman's best golf club today. The Trails, where members become family.
And welcome back, Oklahoma Sports Report. Rick Heath, Mark Rogers from the Trails Golf Club. Mark, we mentioned in the first segment about the Thunder, and see if I can't come back and go over that again. Memphis is a perfect matchup for the Thunder because their weaknesses are the Thunder's strengths. And to be honest with you, the Thunder have their number. Mm-hmm. They know how to play them. Ja Morant is not the superstar against the Thunder that he is against everybody else. And the other guys, Jaren Jackson Jr., he's a false type All-Pro. Mm-hmm. I mean, he doesn't do anything against the Thunder, so it's a perfect matchup for the Thunder.
Well, I think Oklahoma City's going to be a tough matchup for a lot of people. Yeah. I don't think this is necessarily just the Grizzlies' fault. You know, they struggle in the half court. They are an incredible fast break team. They led the NBA in fast break points, but they can't get into that fast break transition against Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City makes too many shots, and they're too good on defense. With the two big guys that rebound, I think the biggest thing to me is noticing the difference that Isaiah Hartenstein makes. Alex Caruso's been incredible off the bench so far in this series, and so we've talked about it a lot, but Sam Presti going out and fixing the holes that this team had a year ago that got eliminated in the second round. So they're going to have some tougher playoff series coming up, clearly, but this is a really, really good team.
And they're showing that the records that they set during the regular season aren't just empty records. I mean, they are truly set defensive records for the best defense in like the last 50 years. And so in this first round of the playoffs, they're showing that wasn't false, and they're living up to that. And, when you win by 50-something points and your number one guy and the MVP of the league scores 15, you're doing something right with the rest of the team. So, and I think that's probably, to me, as outstanding as the starting five are. the other guys are just as outstanding in what they do. Like you said, Alex Caruso comes off the bench and takes up the defensive mantle that whoever is the best player on the other team. I mean, he was guarding Jaren Jackson Jr., who's 6'10", and he was holding him out and holding his own and making life miserable for Jaren Jackson. I mean, so, Alex Caruso is a tremendous get. Isaiah Hartenstein is probably the more visible of the additions because he's 6'11" and he's out there all the time. But his physicality has changed the Thunder.
Yeah, no, and I think the Thunder has a lot of roster versatility. There might be some series that come up that Oklahoma City won't necessarily utilize 2 big men on the floor a lot at the same period of time. But interchangeable with Caruso, Wallace, Joe, all of those guys can come in and give them minutes depending on what they need more.
Well, Aaron Wiggins doesn't even play the first half of a game, comes in and scores 15 points in the second half. Mm-hmm. I mean, that very rarely does anybody, not play the first half and then come out and be in the second half and do so well. So, they have great potential. Let's talk a little bit more about the other matchups. The first one that comes to mind, I hate to say it, because the Lakers get so much publicity, but Lakers-Minnesota is going to be an interesting matchup too.
Yeah, I think the rest of the series in the West all have potential for the visiting team to win on the other team's floor. Maybe the series that I think is not up in the air as much as the other two are the Warriors and the Rockets. The Warriors have a lot of playoff experience. They got Steph Curry. The Rockets just don't have a go-to guy, and they relied a lot on their defense in the regular season, and it's hard to step up that level to where they are as inexperienced as they are. So I really like Golden State in that series. The other two I think are toss-ups. I like the Clippers a lot. The Nuggets don't have the depth that they've had. The Clippers do have some depth, and they do have what looks to be primetime Kawhi Leonard, which is one of the best players in the league. I put him in my top 3 as far as a two-way guy and impactful on the playoffs. And then the final series, Lakers-Wolves, man, again, I think that the Lakers haven't been a very good road team this year. Wolves didn't perform very well in Game 2. It was kind of best of both worlds in Game 1 and Game 2, but I think this series goes 7 games.
Yeah, I think there's the potential, like you said. The Golden State Rockets, the Rockets don't, as you said, don't have that go-to guy. Mm-mm. I mean, they have Jalen Green, but he's another false All-Pro. He's young, and he hasn't quite gone through it, and he doesn't know exactly how to lead a team yet, and that's the difference between, an experienced player and an inexperienced player is how do you lead your team, but not necessarily how many points you get, but how do you lead your team? How do you make your team better? And he hasn't accomplished that yet. So Golden State on that side, Clippers, Nuggets, golly, the Nuggets fire Malone. I got to believe they would be better and playing better with Malone at the bench.
Yeah, I think so. That situation must have been so toxic in the front office that the owners felt like that they had no choice. I would think that they would be a little bit better. I don't know if it would be enough to get them past LA in this series, but
that'll be one of those things we'll have to see. But hey, NBA playoffs are something we all look forward to this time of year. It's going to be a lot of excitement, especially for the Thunder fans here in Oklahoma City. Hey, we'll be right back with more on the Oklahoma Sports Report. And welcome back. Oklahoma Sports Report. Rick Heath, Mark Rogers from the Trails Golf Course, which we need to get finished so we can go play golf, right? I mean, all this stuff is good and all that, but golf is the important thing today.
Yeah.
it does. At least it makes you want to go play golf on a beautiful day like today. Let's go over to the East real quick. NBA East. I mean, the big one I think is Detroit and the Knicks. To me, that is either way. It could go either way. Because the Knicks have, the playoff experience. Detroit's coming in for the first time in a long time. But Detroit, Cade Cunningham, a guy that our OSU fans know a lot about, is starting to show that leadership from a young player.
Yeah, I think it's a big series. The Knicks are kind of in limbo here. They've made some moves, but they're not an elite team. They haven't beaten any of these teams in the East. They're ahead of them. Even if they win this series, somebody's losing to the Celtics. If the Pistons win it, it'd be a great step for them as a young team to be one of the most improved teams historically in the NBA. The other half of the East, I think you've got Indiana, who made it to the conference finals a year ago against Boston, Could they beat Cleveland? It's possible because, again, they were at the conference finals a year ago. But I think this is a setting up for Celtics versus whoever, and I think the Celtics are going to be the team that represents the East.
Well, and not to look ahead, but as a Thunder fan, that would be a nice matchup if Thunder make it that far and get into the finals, which we think they will, but yet to be determined. Because Cleveland is a good team. They're well coached, and they also have a well-rounded, but they don't have much of a bench. And I think that's what's going to really hurt them. In Boston's, defending champions, and until you beat them, they're still the defending champions.
They're loaded. I mean, Boston is an elite team. I don't care what they did in the regular season. If you look at them defensively, depth-wise, star power, they've got it all. They've got lineup versatility. All the boxes. Yeah, they're a team at Oklahoma City. That would be a tough matchup for the Thunder in the finals. It'd be a great matchup, I think, to see how far Oklahoma City's come. But Boston, I think, they're the best team in the NBA until somebody knocks them off.
And it's always amazing to me that Al Horford continues to do what he does. He was done 5 years ago.
He was conserving energy while he was in Oklahoma City.
But here he is now, defending champions and being an integral part. It's going to be interesting. I want to see it all. I won't miss any of it if I can, and I'm excited about the NBA. Speaking of excited, OU softball hosts number 2 Texas this weekend, and gosh, what a huge SEC matchup that is.
Hey, the JV part of the schedule is over. It was not as difficult at the beginning of the year as some of other Patty's schedules, and I think she set it up that way because of how this is going to end. But she got Texas, Florida, SEC tournament, first round of regionals, super regionals, and then Oklahoma City. So here we go. It's a stretch run.
Well, I tell you what, OU softball's got to get another pitcher. I
think so.
They got to have somebody step up. Now, they've done that in the past. They've had the pitchers that came on that didn't really have an outstanding regular season, but came on and came through in the regionals or when they really needed it in the Big 12 tournament back when they were in the Big 12. So that's going to be exciting how far this young team, this young OU team makes it, because they're molding themselves just as we speak. I mean, as they play, they are trying to find out their identity, and I think it's going to be an interesting rest of the season for them.
You mentioned the pitching. That's 100% accurate. So the bats have come and gone at times this year. They've been really good at times. They've been silent at times. So if they're going to win again and repeat, they're going to have the bats there all the time.
Yeah, they're going to have to come through, and Sam Landry's doing a good job as the number 1 pitcher. Can they get another one? That remains to be seen. And then finally, PGA, Zurich Classic out of New Orleans. It's a partnership kind of tournament.
Yeah,
I like
cool
that.
Event.
I like that. I like, they don't have any more of those. They used to have a couple more tournaments like that, but now it's the only one where they partner up with one of their buddies and they go play. And a lot of times the unsung type golfers that partner up well win this. And so I'm looking forward to finding out who are the unsung type players that are going to come through and win the Zurich Classic.
Yeah, Zurich has always been between the Masters and the U.S. Open. Now it's a little different with the PGA moving to May, but it's unique. And so credit to the organizers of that tournament to do something that stands out on tour.
Yeah, it's something to separate yourself, something to differentiate yourself so that people go, yeah, that's that tournament. And they tune in because they'd like to see. I mean, if we're playing partners golf and I hit a bad drive, well, your partner's got a lot more pressure on you to hit a good drive. So those are the kind of things that you don't see on a regular basis because it's so one-on-one type thing in the PGA. And so far this year with Rory winning the Masters and JT winning last week, those are a lot of big names that have won, this year. And so I'm looking forward to the lesser knowns to come out in the Zurich Classic and win. So it's exciting. You got Thunder in the playoffs. You got OU softball and OU baseball going to Georgia. That's another big matchup for them. And so it's a lot of things going on in the sports world here in Oklahoma, and we hope you watch the Oklahoma Sports Report and find out more about each one of those events through Mark and I. That's going to do it for this week's show. Thank you so much for watching Oklahoma Sports Report.